What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Before we get into this, let's clarify what an opinion is. Opinion, a view or judgment formed about something not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. Now that that's out the way, I have to be honest, for whatever reason this gaming year felt a little dry to me outside of the few games I was able to play. Most of these games had a lackluster, unpolished finish to them that kept me from actually spending money on them. Also, this list is based off of games available on the PS4 as my gaming computer is out of commission, so this list will be solely based on titles that I was actually able to play. With that being said, let's hop into the booty juice that was the 5 terrible games of 2016. Number 5, Street Fighter V initial release. Yes, I put an asterisk. Now, Booney, I'm sorry, but this game was a skeleton of what it could have been on Arrival. Arrival being initial release, and that's why it's starting off the list at number 5. To me, even though it's a fighting game, for me personally, story is still a big part of what immerses me in most video games. The story for Street Fighter V just seemed to have been thrown together really rather bland. I played through all of it and never really felt totally invested, and even though it's a fighting game, the story could have been a little bit more compelling. Even with Injustice's cop-out of a storyline, at least it was a storyline that made the circumstances of every fight feel rather important. There's a noticeable lack of character diversity, the mechanics are bland, the struggle rate was atrocious, and even with my button mashing ass, I would have appreciated the game more if finding a match didn't take forever and a day at launch. The game just felt a little hollow. Even Street Fighter IV was a better game overall in my personal opinion. It felt like there was more love put into it and the characters each had a specific fighting style and ways to play them unique specifically to them. Still, the game only makes it to number 5 because there have been fixes, and once you're in the game, at least with friends, it's a decent play. Please understand. These gripes made me not want to play the game anymore, but the recent addition of Akuma and way too many updates have made the game bearable. No! Number 4, Attack on Titan. This game was seriously repetitive. I was only able to play for about 4 hours of gameplay into Attack on Titan before I just became overall bored in general. I don't know, the game was just super underwhelming. I was expecting more from this game just because of how epic the manga and anime both were. Maybe it's a spark that only 2D Realm could create, but the Attack on Titan game was just overall boring. There wasn't many ways to kill a Titan, and the game world as a whole teased to an open world but never seemed to really break out fully. I don't know, I guess I was just expecting more. Maybe if the developers had taken more time to truly flesh out the idea of an Attack on Titan game world and implemented different killing styles, different ways to interact with the environment, and a different way of pushing the narrative, maybe then the game would feel more like a seasoned contestant for one of the best games of the year. Unfortunately though, a lot like the game resting in the number 1 spot, it just felt like it was overall lacking. Number 3, Umbrella Corp.
Boy, if you don't get
delete all that shit!
Oh boy, when I saw the number of dislikes on this announcement trailer for the game, I knew it couldn't be good. But when I saw and watched it for myself, I understood all the anger and frustration surrounding this game in particular. For one, it definitely wasn't Ari's usual style, and change, although isn't always a bad thing, but this change was a little horrific. It was horrific mostly due to the ridiculous bugs that could be found in-game. Everything from frame rate issues, crashes, and just plain gameplay had issues from start to finish. This definitely could have been a halfway decent game if it had nothing to do with the Resident Evil franchise and was less buggy. I almost completely forgot that it even came out because I literally got it, played it for a day, and requested a refund. Can we please just get a halfway decent survival horror game? Even with Umbrella Corp in the wind in 2016, the new RE7 seems promising. Number 2, Mighty Number 9. I feel sorry for anyone who put their money into this Kickstarter. Honestly, my heart goes out to you a lot. Like the number 1 spot as well. There were a lot of promises made and not one came through. Jesus, had us all hype, playing with our emotions and shit. We've been waiting for a Mega Man revival since the 90s. This group right here just wants to play games. I mean, I guess. Y'all finessed the hell out of your supporters, and the game died in a matter of months. No one is happy. Me being one of the Kickstarter backers, I sure as hell ain't happy. You played us, I'm salty, so this is why you're in the number 2 spot. Catch this L, homie.
I want my fucking money!
Number 1, No Man's Sky. If this isn't the definition of running off on the plug, I don't know what is.
ran off on the floor twice.
So many promises, so many lies. This game was doomed from the start because of all the hype. I don't blame the fans though. It's in human nature to want to push the boundaries of milestones we've already reached. However, I do blame the developers for letting the fans have false hope. I was one of those people who thought from the beginning this game is entirely too good to be true, but some of my friends weren't so lucky. I have a friend who bought this game and tried to return it the next day at GameStop, and they literally gave him $5 back because people were flooding their stores returning the game because it was just that much ass. The game was eradicated by all kinds of gamers in the review section of any site you could think of. This game was absolute booty juice. Glitches as far as the eye could see, missing content like your missing father that said he was going on a business trip, and the silent cries of everyone's wallets who actually bought the game. With an L as large as this one, I would be surprised if developers ever get to show their face again in the gaming community. And for this reason and more, No Man's Sky, I just ain't got enough time to write it. You, sir, catch this L, fam. You are in the #1 slot for the worst game of 2016. Tell me how you feel. Well, there you have it. The top 5 bad games of 2016. Did you like this list? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, and even though the wolf has got a scat, just remember, long live the wolf pack. Oh, and also, Happy New Year. We're looking forward to 2017 with GeekETV.